What's going on? It's the Big Rig Bull Texas truck accident lawyer Reshard Alexander back in the building again on a Thursday afternoon. So look, I'm not going to do a board session today. Why? Because I don't have to, because it's my vlog channel. And number two, I'm tired, exhausted really. But more importantly, I've kind of created the format for my website, the new one that I'm putting together, the framework for it at least, and now I've kind of come to a really good stopping point for a second on that. So I'm going to focus more on my cases. I need to look into getting prepared for this trial over again, because I was prepared once before but it didn't go, so I need to start reviewing that stuff. So I need to go back and look at David Ball's damages. And if you're not familiar with David Ball damages, hold on. This is David Ball damages, the book recommended for all plaintiffs, trial attorneys. See, the thing about these websites, like I said before, the reason that I created my own website is because websites can be expensive. I mean, the average, I think some guys are running specials out there right now where you can get a website, maybe 5 pages for $3,500 or $5,000, something like that. But the thing about it is this, and that'll be your website. But the thing about it is this, is that, and I might start creating websites myself on the weekends. Like, once I finish this one, hey, I'll do a 5-page website for you for $4,000. If you go out here and you go to like a marketing company that will make your website for you, they're going to charge you somewhere between like $5,000 to $10,000 a month a lot of times to have that website of your information up. Now, the reason they're charging you like $5,000 to $10,000 is because they created that content themselves for the most part. And then what they did is they just distributed it to different lawyers that are in different practice, in different regions. So you might do like dog bite law or something like that in Houston. And there might be someone, in El Paso who has almost the exact same type of content as you, and you're both paying, like $5,000 to $10,000 for it. Of course, the problem with that is that if you ever decide that you don't want to go with that company anymore, a lot of times they will then pull that website back. And not only pull the website back, but they're going to take the content and everything else that you had. So you're going to be left with nothing. Essentially, you're paying, like $5,000 to $10,000 for whatever leads you get from that site for that month. Because the moment that you break that contract or don't honor that contract with them, they're pulling the site back and the content. And that's the problem. And I read something probably about a week or two ago where it said TFI International just like abruptly went out of business. And, that's concerning. Everyone's saying, okay, well, the freight levels are still moving around. The volume is okay. There's no need to panic and stuff like that. But I think that's like the second motor carrier that has done that, maybe like in the past 2 months at least, I think. But, so TFI International went out of business probably about 2 weeks ago. And I bring that up because I was going through the links on my motor carrier section, and I noticed I had put TFI International in there. But they just went out of business, so I got to remember to take that down. So I think there's some type of like argument being made right now. I didn't get a chance to read the article. I need to go back and do that. But there's an argument being made that drivers should not be paid for the time that they spend sleeping in the sleeper berth, and that is crazy. Okay. Maybe if you were just like a local UPS driver, postal service person, you took a nap in your truck or whatever on your lunch break or something like that. Okay, maybe I could see that argument right there. But if someone is traveling like hundreds of miles away, they're sleeping in. They're not even sleeping in their bed. They're sleeping in a sleeper berth. They're not even sleeping in a hotel. They're sleeping inside the truck. They're sleeping inside of their job, basically. You know what I mean? So you don't want to pay them for them being on the road, potentially putting themselves in danger. It's crazy. I mean, these companies today are just like amazing, and it just kind of underscores the fact that we're living in a time where it seems like it's not about person versus person as much as it seems to be person versus corporation. We're living in an era of like big corp. I mean, that's what it really seems like. I mean, there are a ton of companies that are making millions, billions of dollars, and they're just taking it and throwing it overseas somewhere, and it's never coming back to the U.S. economy. But I'm not going to really go into all that because I don't like to try to get political on my vlog. That's not really me. That's not my thing. But I do enjoy talking about truck accident stuff, trucker related stuff. I mean, just the industry in general, because like I said before, it's such a very vital part of our society. I mean, this is the main way that our goods get around to all of us. I mean, when you order something off of Amazon, when you get something from Walmart, when you go to Target, when you eat at Chick-fil-A, when you go to Whataburger, I mean, all that stuff is arriving, for the most part, by a truck or by a 18-wheeler a lot of times. So, I guess when you really just start to look around, like if you just take the next day, especially if you're here in Houston, if you just take the next day and look around and see how many 18-wheelers do you really see on the road, you will be amazed at just how much cargo, is being transported throughout just the world or just through the U.S. by truck drivers. So, I mean, I'm a truck accident lawyer. Of course I am, and I'll hold your feet to the fire if you don't do right, but at the same time, I have a great deal of respect for the trucking industry simply because of the fact that, like I said, it's a very, 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 very vital part of our society. I mean, if you're ever in the Army and you look at life like in a military mind frame to a certain extent, if this was a unit somewhere, I mean, just scattered all over the place. They are like the shipping lines. They provide supplies for us. And if we didn't have these people doing these types of jobs, our society wouldn't function. So for me to hear someone say that truck drivers shouldn't get paid for sleeping in their sleeper berth, I mean, I just think that's beyond ridiculous. Because like I said, it's not as if these people are driving inside of the city. They are essentially, sleeping within their job because they have to. You know what I mean? That's part of the job. So if that's part of the job, then they should get paid for it. That's my little rant. I don't know. Like I said, this is the Big Rig Bull, Texas truck accident lawyer, Reshard Alexander. I'm signing out today, y'all. And I'll get back on here probably tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. And I'll have, a topic to talk about, hopefully, that isn't like a little rant, because I know no one really wants to hear that. But you guys have a blessed day and stay safe.
You're the dummy that don't believe in science. All your projects always be denying. You're the dummy that don't believe in science. All your projects always be denying. And I got thrown on half my words. I've got thrown on half my words. You're the dummy that don't believe in science. All your projects always be denying. You're the one I love, you're the one I wanna give to.